Hi everyone, it's Jackie. I wanted to stop by. I thought we would do some chatting. I got a message from someone that said to do a live chat and let's get the YouTube family together. So that's what we're going to do this evening. I also want to remind you that your weekly videos for the week of October 9th are up as well. So who all do we have here this evening? I do have some things on standby, so we will, like I did the last one, we won't really answer questions, but I'll go through and give everybody a shout out on what you need to know. There is Nika. You got my message. Yay. Hello, how are you? So, full moon. Pretty powerful stuff. Hi there. I want to know, Carlene, there's Karen, there's a bunch of y'all over here this evening. How is the full moon impacting you guys? I know for me, it's hasn't really been emotional, but it seems to be emotional. There's Roxy. Hi, Roxy. Happy Thursday to you. That it seems to be a bit emotional for a lot of people and a lot of crazy going on. So, oh, Roxy, we're going to send out some healing energy to you. And guys, y'all know Nikki B is usually in here. Definitely sending her some love, and y'all dig deep and send her some healing energy. She had surgery today on her hand, and I have not spoke to her since she's had her surgery. I'm sure she's doing fine, but you know, surgery is never a pleasant thing, and her hand was really jacked up. Hey Pam, how are you? So we're definitely sending some healing love out to Nikki B. I hope for a speedy recovery. Honestly, they were talking to her about possibility of 2 surgeries, so we're hoping that this got taken care of in one. And for those of you that don't know the story, a few weeks ago she felt really bad at work and just really messed up her hand. What about Pisces in the full moon? I'll be honest with you guys. It's not so much as a zodiac sign in the full moon that's come out. It is a pretty powerful full moon all the way around. Pisces, I'm going to say it's going to hit y'all a little bit more emotionally than most. And that's what I'm seeing in some of the signs. And some of it just brings out that nervous, scattered energy about us. And, you know, like I said, it can stir up a certain amount of crazy around you as well. You're a Pisces driving horribly. I've heard that today. I've heard that nobody knew how to drive today. So, you know, it's just one of those things that just, we get through it, you know. There's Constance. Hi, Constance. How are you? Meeting people yesterday, even my son, had made me cry. It's very hot and cold from what I'm seeing in people across the board. It's like they're fine and then they're not fine. And it just happens kind of like that. Pam, I hope you had a better day today. You guys are still watching your daily videos. I appreciate that. Aries 2, April 6th, mine the 15th. Yeah, it's hitting, like I said, it's not so much as the full moon in a sign. It's just the full moon is hitting hard across the board. Carlene said the world is just crazy. Yeah, I put up here about Las Vegas. What do y'all guys think about that? I actually had a friend of mine yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before, she called me and wanted to know what were my insights on the whole Las Vegas thing. And to be honest with you guys, I really don't think we have the whole picture on that. We are not getting the whole story. I think there's going to be more yet to come. I don't think it's attached to a terrorist group, because if it was, of course, they'd be shouting for that recognition. But I just, I do feel that there is more to come. And then a friend of mine, a friend of my daughter stopped by here last night, and apparently there's a new video up that shows a shooter on the ground as well, and I wasn't aware of that until last night. But I do feel that there's going to be a lot more to come out. There was no win-win situation in that. I felt really bad. I saw the interview for the shooter's brother, who was just completely in shock. So it's not a win-win situation for anyone. So people are saying now he did it alone. He sent his girlfriend $100,000. He was seen with another woman. Thank you for the compliment on the readings. You know, and I don't know. I don't know if I can say that he did it alone or if someone was aware that he was going to do it. I just know that there is more to the story than what we're being told. And I think some of it will be revealed to us in days to come. And then, again, I'm kind of like Trump. I don't trust the media. So I'm not sure what will be revealed to us and what won't be. I just think it's horrible. What really hit home for me, thank you guys. I'm glad y'all enjoy the readings. What really hit home for me is, was it last weekend before last, my daughter and I went to an outdoor concert. And we have both talked about this at great length, that when you watch those videos, it sounds like firecrackers. And that had we been there, I don't think, I mean, it just lets you know how we're supposed to be aware of our surroundings, but yet we're not aware of our surroundings. Can you imagine going out to have fun and then that happens? No, and that's what I'm talking about. If you guys really look at those videos, it sounds like firecrackers. I mean, can you honestly say that you would be in that crowd and know exactly that that was gunfire and to get out the way? And I think that's what's kind of scary is, you know, since 9/11, you know, everybody is telling you be aware of your surroundings, particularly in large groups. To me, that doesn't sound like gunfire at all. It did sound like firecrackers, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if someone were to drop in front of me, maybe because of a shock, I don't think I would realize what's going on at that particular moment. That is true. And then my daughter showed me the video today of the guy that was standing there with his beer in his hand shooting the shooter the bird. That was just beautiful. Yeah, you don't know if you're running towards the shooter or away from the shooter. You don't know if it's a shooter. You don't know why people are falling to the ground. I just think it's that had I been there in that situation with my family, that I can't say that I would for certain know what was going on. You know? I know, well, how long ago was it that we had the shootings out in the movie theater? Y'all remember that? You know, there was no real inside footage for us to see that. I don't know if, you know, gunfire sounded like that. I mean, I'm sure you would recognize it as gunfire inside of a movie theater, but at a live music venue, no, you wouldn't know. You hear shootings all the time. Well, Karen, you said you live in Chicago and you hear shootings all the time. Do you know it's a shooting because you hear it all the time? I mean, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Do you know it's actual gunfire, and do you know it because you hear it all the time? Yes, and see, I grew up on a farm, you know, and we had hunters out there, and of course they'd shoot skeet and shoot beer bottles and all like that, and of course that was back in the day, but, you know, we have hunters out here in my area. But I don't know, I have a hard time wrapping my head around anybody opening fire on a group of people. I just do. But I look at how schools have changed over the years too. You know, when I went to high school, guys used to come to school with the rifles and the gun rack, you know, across the back window, because 9 times out of 10, they had been hunting before we went to school. And I mean, not the first time did we think about shooting one another or open fire in a school or anything. So things have really changed over the years. Kind of scary though. But that was one of the topics that my daughter and I had, is that if we were in that situation, would we have known what was going on? His was an automatic, so begin fast for fireworks. I know a gun from a firecracker. Yeah, but would you know that in a crowd of people at a live music venue? Or how long would it take you to realize that that was actual gunfire? First, it does sound like firecrackers. Since I live here, you know city and small towns. Well, that's very true. That's very true. Nico, so I got two of y'all in Chicago. Downtown Richmond is not much better. Hence the reason I don't go there unless I need to. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I know people are very upset about it, but I really, from what I can tell on it, I think there's going to be more that's released and more that comes out. Probably after I saw people run or fall, unfortunately. But you know, I thought about that too. We talked about that too. If you're standing there amongst these people and a couple of people fall to the ground, your first thought as humans is not going to be, oh my God, somebody's been shot. There's France. Good energy and push bad energy. Mental exercise. It would be okay for, especially for good people. I agree with that. That's it. What is it? Nanu, I think it was your name, and I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But yeah, this is the world that we live in now, and I think it's pretty sad, you know. And like I said, you know, be aware of your surroundings, but I guess we just need to get in the mindset that if people start following around you about flies, it might be for a reason that we really don't want to know. Karen wants to move out of Chicago. You would know a shooting is very loud and people just start running. Loud and crowded in the place like that. Hey Daisy, glad you caught us. But yeah, it's really something to think about, that, you know, that the world that we live in now, particularly at these places that there are large gatherings, just to be aware of everything, absolutely everything. And you think you are until something starts to go down. So, just pretty sad. My heart goes out to all the victims, let alone the ones that lost their life from doing nothing more than attending a concert and having a good time. It is a very sad state, Roxy. It's very sad. So, and, you know, I don't know. I'd run, but I have to help everyone I could. You know, Pam, I believe that. I believe that, you know. And it's sad to say that the one thing that 9/11 did bring to this country for a brief amount of time was the unity, where everyone stood together. And I hate to see a tragedy happen to bring this country back together again. You want to move to Tennessee with your brother? I love Tennessee. We actually have family Chattanooga area. And if Jacelyn, my granddaughter, hadn't been born, I imagine that's where the area we would have moved to. So who knows? I might end up there one day. You never know. I'm empathic and I see that happen and not help. You know, Roxy, you say that, but when put in that position, I bet everyone in this room would stop and help somebody. We should be able to stand together without tragedy. And unfortunately, you know, we lost the unity we had in 9/11. It's really a scary feeling. Don't know if you're coming, living, or hurt and die. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Nashville. I actually have a stepsister somewhere in Nashville. So I've been there before. It's actually a pretty good sized city, with a ballpark in the dead center of it. Like they literally built it in the middle of the main street. But yeah, like I said, the days to come, I think there's going to be more. Yeah, City Cat's not in here tonight. You know, we had those attacks over in London. That's in her neck of the woods. Carlene loves Nashville. I want to live in Florida one day. Pam, I don't recommend Florida. And I don't recommend Florida because, I think everybody knows, and if you're in California, I'm sorry, but one day California is going to end up at the bottom of the sea. Florida, I look to break away from the peninsula, and eventually we're going to have to take a ferry to get there. I don't look for it to stay attached to the States forever. You've been to London 10 times? That's awesome. Well, if City Cat shows up tonight, that's where she's at. She's in London. So, and for those that you missed it, we're sending out some healing energy to Nikki B this evening. She had surgery on her hand today. I have not talked to her since surgery. We're hoping this is the first surgery is going to correct it and she won't have to have a second one. But her hand is just truly, truly messed up. My dad used to work there. She says, I'll visit. Yeah, pay him visit. Yep. Your dad used to work in London? That's awesome. I have never been over there. Now, Pam, I do have a dire need to visit the Florida Keys or Key West. And that's been ongoing all year this year. I don't know what my pull is to that area. But definitely have a pull there. Now, I do have an opportunity for a trip in January to the Bahamas that I'm not sure if I'm taking yet or not. I've never been there either. Look at all the prayers going out to Nikki B. I hope she will check this out later. Yeah, I hear the Keys are getting back to normal. But for whatever reason, and this has been all year long, I am destined to hit the Florida Keys or Key West. One of the two, or all of them. I'm fine with that. Used to live in Nassau. Went to school there. Oh, Roxy, do you like the Bahamas? Funny thing about it is, okay, first of all, let's talk about one of my fears, and yes, I do have them, and it is flying. I have never been on a plane. I have been offered several times, round trip, paid for, and this is the same way, but I have never been on a plane. My issues are that, one, I have claustrophobia really, really bad, and two, I am scared of heights. So putting me on an airplane and shutting the door, I see my oxygen supply being cut off as well. Well, it was a long time ago, Roxy, but yeah, still you've been there. And it is good to hear the Keys are getting back to normal. So that has prevented me from actually doing a lot of what I want to do, as well as leaving the country, which I have not done. Once I took a vacuum and drank 2 coolers. It was great. You are cutting up, Miss Jackie. I am being serious. Jackie does not fly. Do you see wings on this body? I don't think you do. And I don't know what it is. I have no desire to get on a plane. I went to Hawaii, 14-hour flight. More power to you, Roxy. My mother did the same thing. Everyone tells me that once you fly that you'll be fine. Everybody tells me to go to the bar 2 hours before my flight takes off. Yes, Jackie is scared to death to get on a plane. So I do have an opportunity to fly okay. I don't know. I just, like I said, y'all know, I am scared of things. Flying is one of the biggest. That is a fear I have never addressed. I have been offered the opportunity. I think I started with my father. My father offered me a round trip to Cancun that was paid for, and he could not go, and I could not get on the plane. My mom did drink 2 shots of brandy, which she realized it was too long. I don't blame her. And then here recently, about a year, maybe 2 years ago, one of my friends wanted to get to New York. Of course, she wanted to fly. I've been in New York several times. I've never been on a plane. And she wanted to fly, and I'm like, no, it's not happening. And that's only a 45-minute flight from Richmond to JFK, and I wouldn't do it. So we shall see. We will see what happens. I did once a few back, and I was looking crazy, and I was scared to look out the window. Out the window. I don't know if I'd be scared to look out the window. My fear is the door of that plane closing. It's like being caged in. I cannot get out. There is no way off. It is not an option. I bet she did, Roxy. I bet she did. But yeah, this is one of Jackie's big hang-ups in life, is getting on a plane. So we'll see. I have, to the first of the year to make this decision. So right now my decision is no, absolutely not. And a friend of mine is just not accepting that as an answer. To Orlando is 2 hours, 20 minutes. Now, I have driven about everywhere. Tampa, you're a solid 12 hours from me. And then let's see. I think the furthest I've driven west was I drove to Michigan. Well, right there at the Indiana line. There is City Cat. Look, guys, she knew we were talking about her. Hi, City Cat. City Cat, we were sitting here talking about being aware of our surroundings and the shootings in Las Vegas. And remember, you're out in London too, and we know, y'all just had the attack on your buses again. And sorry to hear that. So, yeah, I was telling them that you came in. You were the one that is in London. So, we know. We know the pain. I'm just sorry that we live in a world like that today. And no, I will never see London because it requires me to get on a plane. So, all right, so Roxy, how far is it? What is the flight from here to London? How long of a flight is that? And two places, if I could travel, if I ever overcome my fear, two places I would like to see. One would be London. Out there in England, I would love to take a look at that. It's particularly the old castles of England. I love reading about them. I love seeing pictures of them. This is just something that, yeah, I would really like to see. The other place I would like to visit is Italy, because we have a lot of Italians in my family, and would love to see Italy. 8-hour flight, and they are 5 hours ahead. Yes, I do know they're 5 hours ahead of us, because I've got quite a few clients over there. 8 hours. Oh, Roxy, I could not be unconscious for 8 hours. Is this a male friend? Get a Valium and go. No, it's actually a friend of mine, and she's married, and her husband doesn't want to go. And she's already bought this trip and paid for it, and is absolutely insisting that I go, and he's absolutely insisting I go, because if I don't go, then he has to go. And I mean, the trip is paid for. Trip is paid for. It's just, I don't know. I begged her, let's rent a car, let's drive to Florida, and she's like, no, you're flying. That was 20 last time. Aw. Well, yeah, and City Cat, just to fill you in, I have a fear of flying. I've never been on a plane. And I've been to the airport. I have looked at them. I watched them take off. I watched them land. Totally amazing. Don't see me on it. Pam says I'll love it. Everyone says I'll love it. Everyone says once I do it, I will be fine with it. Yes. We all have our fears and phobias, And the funny thing is, I don't fear the plane crashing, anything like that. It's the claustrophobia of when the door shuts. When that door shuts, I know I can't get off. This is where my fear is. Like a caged animal. So let's see if we can throw down some messages for everyone tonight. Like I said, y'all please keep Nikki in your thoughts and in your prayers. I have not heard from her or her husband to know how she's doing. Seriously, Pam? Seriously, that's your biggest fear? Hi, Richard. How are you? You ever been on? No, I have never been on a plane. This is what we're talking about. It's my biggest fear. I have never, ever been on a plane. Love in October for you, Roxy? I think it's possible. All right, let's see what we got coming up with Roxy. Roxy, what we've got for you is good communication. So perhaps you're going to start talking to someone new maybe get things going there. And we have Kiki and Richard has joined us. There's Nori. Nori has joined us. Constance, you were my next one that popped up. Okay, hon? There's something there going on with you that you need to push forward from, you know, you need to push through. Get through it. It's only temporary. My Leo guy. Will we start dating? Kiki, right now you will probably get mixed messages. We started out talking about the weird energy of this full moon. Richard, I understand. Lonely but good. The energy of the full moon, people may seem a little bit off or a little off kilter the next couple of days. It's really packing an impact on everyone. There's Miss Nori. And yeah, well, Constance, you're on the right path with that. Just keep pushing forward because you're nearing the end of it, okay, hon? So let's see, let's throw one down for, what do we have here? Miss Pam. Pam. Pam, you've got secrets that are about to be revealed to you. Something that's going to connect the dots. Something you may have suspected, but you've got secrets coming out. So. Carlene, let's see, it might not be your finances. Let's see what we have coming up for you. Carlene, you've got a short trip coming up. Something unexpected, not out of state, but a short trip. It's something that looks like it's a good amount of fun for you. And when I say around the corner, I'm going to say sometime this month, actually. Good, Constance. You just keep pushing ahead. Pam, actually, I think it's good. I think it's kind of exciting. It's something that kind of verified what you have suspected. Miss Nori. Yeah, Richard, the crazies are around. Miss Nori, it's funny. What the message I have for you, my dear, is you need to think before you speak. Oh, my goodness. What sign are you, Nori? I need to know. Frances is looking for a job. She's Capricorn. Wow. Yeah, Capricorn, I usually don't say that on, but with you, Nori, there's something coming up, and I would say probably this week, bite your tongue and think before you speak. Kiki, it does show things are a little off because it shows a little something is missing right now, but it's very brief and passing. Somebody asked about a job. I need the messages to pop back up. Francis, looking for a job. Sweetheart, your prime time is going to be the end of October, first part of November. Now, Francis, what I'm being told for your message is you need to look around you. There's some things that you really need to pay attention to and don't ignore, okay? In other words, there's something there or someone there that's trying to tell you something subliminally. They're just not coming out with it. So in a car accident, she hasn't hurt her family and she had told on a car everyone had a blessed evening. Nika, let me give you a card here for you. Go, darling. Okay. Yours is you're beating yourself up over something. And to me, it's something from your past. You need to let go and live in the moment. Whatever that you're holding on to is actually holding you back at this time. Look into some meditation, something like that. Richard, let's see what we got coming up for Mr. Richard. Richard, you are working on your happiness. You're not quite there yet. There's some things that are a little unsettling around you. You know you're on the right path. You're optimistic, but I can't say you're exactly happy the way that you should be or the way that I see you coming up. You're welcome, dear. You have a great evening. You lost your lighter and just had your head stuck under your bed. He didn't catch you. That is so funny. Richard, you're getting there, though. You're very optimistic. Now, Nori, that's true. When you know both signs, you can feel more leaning towards the other way. Pam, the other message I have for you this week is to speak up. Voice your opinion. Okay? Speak up. Don't hold it in. Who else do we have in here? Who am I missing? Y'all gotta remember, your comments flash very quickly to me. So if I'm overlooking you, it's not intentional. Not yet, honey. Not yet. It's going to get this date that I've texted. It was very going to get this date that I've texted. It was very truthful. We have Patty Wine. Patty, I do believe so, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing a little bit of a delay, so not maybe coming in exactly when you're expecting it. Roxy, you're also showing unexpected company. Just to let you know. Kiki, honey, you're kind of at a standstill, okay? You're not moving forward, you're not moving backwards, and you're okay. You're not doing anything wrong. I think really the full moon energy is really hitting you hard. Nori said her phone went off when I was giving her advice, and now I don't remember what I said to Nori. Nori, you do have some kind of celebration coming up, some kind of outing, some kind of little get-together, something you're excited about. That's why nothing is making sense. Probably so, Kiki. Sometimes you just have to push through these times, let it pass. I know for me, I'm getting it from my clients that they're very emotional, or the ones around me I can tell you're very moody. It's like they're fine 1 hour and moody the next, and you know, it's all this new full moon energy. Yeah, the tower. You know, guys, if you visit the channel's playlist on the monthly videos, I actually did a very, very short reading for everyone called The Tower in October. I know you guys hate seeing a tower in any reading the same way I hate seeing the tower in my reading, because it is disruption, it is discord, it is a confrontation. But when it appears, it's significant, because what follows that is significant. I mean, life is not perfect. And the tower appeared in Pisces too. So yeah, it's just from cold to good. Yeah, it's just it's one of those things that does appear suddenly, and you know I'm gonna tell y'all like it is, because you're gonna be real mad when it happens and I don't tell you. Your tower in September was a hurricane. Of course it was, Roxy. Of course it was. And so glad y'all come through that okay. My tower, I would say I've gotten part of it, but I don't think I'm done with it. So, you know, I know it's one of those things that is lingering around all the signs for the month of October. So, you know, we embrace it, we take it for what it is, and move forward. Your birthday is the 19th. Well, happy birthday, Kiki. Well, you know, and like I said, from what I've seen, when it has appeared in readings like Pisces and the other sign, I know a couple signs this week, the tower actually appeared for next week's reading. From what I saw, it was actually very brief in passing. And I think for one sign was actually leading to something good. It was actually leading to a new beginning after that disruption. So, you know, sometimes it's not always bad. A smart ass, an explosion of some sort. Well, that is true. Kiki is Libra. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Alright, who else do we have in here that I have passed over unintentionally? I don't ever mean to do that. I know it sometimes happens. Moving forward. That's right, girl. That's right. I do enjoy our little get-togethers over here. I know Pam last time said that we have become like a family. We really have. We really have. City Cat, are you still around? I don't know if she's here or if we lost her. On a whole, what do I think this full moon is going to bring to all of us? Not so much of a new beginning, but it's bringing in closure to a lot of things. It's kind of clearing away the end of that emotional cycle. So I don't think that, you know, the energy from it may be a little crazy right now, maybe a little emotional, but I really think it's going to be a wonderful thing. Caught me off guard. How about Richard? We still got Richard here? We do accept each other in here, and everybody is positive and fun. It's just a good crowd over here that we've established on YouTube, and I really enjoy chatting with you guys. You need closure in one situation. You know, I think there is probably the majority of us walking around. There's one situation in our lives that we absolutely need closure to. Hoping for a friendship to progress. Nori, first thing I see when you type that is suddenly. Sudden changes. So that was one of them things that can hit just wham. So don't give up on what you want there. What sign am I going to get? Honey, I don't know what sign. Who else are we missing over here tonight? I feel like we're missing somebody. Yeah, well, like I said, Nori, the first time when you type that, the first thing I'm seeing is sudden. It's going to be very sudden. Carlene. Carlene, you're one of them I am missing. Let's see what we got for Carlene. Okay, Carlene has got some decisions to make. But Carlene, you've got some jealousy surrounding you too, girl. A lot of jealousy, and I'm not sure if it's coming from the family or someone close to family, but it shows you've got some decisions to make. You guys are welcome. I enjoy you. I enjoy you. Overall, fall is here, guys. What does this mean for all of us as a whole? It means we are getting things under control. Yay. It may have taken us all year, but it's like a lot of us are finally getting a handle on things and getting things under control. There is Vanessa. and that we're ready to move forward and we're ready to get on with the year. So like I said, there's Francis. Francis, let's see what we got going on for you. Francis, you are just cleaning out the old, honey. You are about to separate from someone, and it is a person, not something. You're about to separate from someone that no longer serves a purpose to you or who has just grated your last nerve. You are ready to walk away from that situation. Big gift, nice guy. Hello, everyone. There is Miss Vanessa. Let's see what we got going on for Miss Vanessa. Vanessa, you're coming out of an emotional era too. A lot of highs and lows for you. And unfortunately, you've got some more of that to go through. But ultimately, you're coming out on top, dear. Vanessa, you are very strongly putting closure on a lot of different things all at one time. That shows me the height of your emotions. But sweetheart, there is light on the other side of that tunnel, because I do find you to be happy and lighthearted and kind of aloof, making random decisions here very, very soon. Particularly if you look at yourself from where you are right now to where you are at the end of the month, it's like two different people, night and day. You're welcome, Carly. You too, Vanessa. Vanessa, you become like you're transforming as we go through the month. You're putting your business out on the 21st. Yay, Patty. Push forward with that. Will it do good? I think it's going to do good, hon. I think it's going to be a little slow at first, but then, it's a slow progression, so it's going to be fine. And like I said, if I'm overlooking you guys, just pop up on here. I'm not doing it intentionally. Your messages pop up on my screen very, very quickly. What in the world is that? Oh. Thank you, y'all are so much. We are family. We are a family over here. We have really become a family. Nora, you're welcome. Hang on, Vanessa, I saw part of that. Feeling kind of both ends. Love and career are just all over the place. And that's okay. That's okay. The way I can best describe that, Vanessa, let it play out in front of you. There's nothing there that you should stress over, even though I'm wasting my breath telling you that because you're doing just that. Just let it all play out. It's one of those things where both of them, love life and career, are going to fall in line for you. I love all of you guys over here. We have become a tight little knit group, and I'm grateful for my new subscribers and the ones that want to join us and comment. And if you are a new subscriber, the way I get to know you guys is by your comments on the videos. This is kind of different from any other social media, so for me to really get to know you, leave me a comment, good or bad. It doesn't offend me. I don't get offended easily. So, I just put those videos up hoping, they're general. There's something in there resonated with you for the week. Can y'all see me at all? Okay. It apparently booted me offline. I don't know how that just happened, but it reconnected at the same time. Going back to, I know we have some new people in here. We're welcoming, I think it's Carlene and Vanessa. There's Joanne. Hi, Joanne. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why it keeps showing I have a poor connection when I've got a full bars here. It's just problem streaming, I guess. The newbies. Well, I'm glad the newbies are joining us over here. And, like I said, join us anytime. Chime in on those videos. I just hope something resonates with you. Constance says she's new. And, we just roll with it. I kind of give you what I've got, and we go from there. See how the week plans out. Hun, Kiki, that's more or less one of those things that you're just going to have to wait until we get through the energy of this full moon, and then things should be more on track at that point. Yes, Roxy, we are back. We are back. I lost connection for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But I'm glad to see it reconnected me. That's pretty cool. I'm moving on the 23rd. Will this be a good move for me? You know, Constance, I really do think this is going to be a good move for you. Because you've kind of outgrown where you're at now, if that makes sense. So, as far as it being a good move, yes, good move for you. I'm trying to get something off my screen here. It's messing me up. There's Miss Bonnie. Bonnie, I'm glad you joined us. Yeah, everyone is a little stressed out. The new moon energy is, full moon energy has kind of got everybody a little bit off kilter. But yes, sweetheart, I do think you're going to get your severance, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a delay there as well, but you're going to get it. Yeah, Joanne, it is a lot of crazy energy. And they'll probably linger around the next 2 to 3 days, to be quite honest with you guys. It's, and like I said, it's not so much as directed with a particular sign or a particular house. It's just, it's a pretty powerful full moon. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It bumped me offline, and but it did allow me to come back. So, all right, let's see what we got going on for Joanne. Joanne, new doors opening up, new opportunities. Walk through the new doors. Miss Bonnie, good luck and abundance, dear. Everything you touch goes your way. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. How about Carlene? Carlene still around? Touch me, Bonnie. You're funny, Pam. You're funny. I have had a pretty good day. I really have. It's been kind of quiet, but I've had a really good day. It's in store soon. Let's see. What do we got coming up from Vanessa? Vanessa, you've got a spiritual blessing coming. With that said, I think that is your yes answer. Also, Vanessa, there's some kind of contract that you're about to sign. Some kind of legal document. This could be, you know, your purchase. This could be a loan. There's some document you're about to sign as well. So, all right, so then now that we got newbies with us, where are the newbies from? Texas. All right, Vanessa's in Texas. No, Bonnie, Vanessa has a contract to sign. You just got good luck in all you touch. You're in great shape. Yeah, Bonnie, yours is really, really strong. Really strong. So who else have I overlooked in here? Anyone? Y'all guys are just good energy. I want y'all to know that. It's been kind of a quiet day. Hey, if y'all notice, I have a quiet house this evening. No toddler and no daughter. I will write this down to help you with manifestation. Good. It is. It's a lot of great energy in this room. And it always is. Always. You know, and I think, you know, we're throwing out the healing for Nikki B, but I think a lot of us are going through a healing mode of some degree in the month of October, and that's just perfect. Maybe, like I said, you know, I know that we're in the fall, and under the fall, we're all the signs, we're taking control of our lives. So to have that coupled with healing energy, I think is pretty amazing. Hermit mode for 10 months. Now, Roxy, that is just unacceptable. Well, that's true, but Roxy, you're kind of in a position now that you're taking authority, that you're taking the lead on things now. You're controlling the situation. Got out of it. That's it. Very high anxiety day. Not sure to deal with sometimes. Oh, Roxy, I fully agree with what you said. Bonnie, I think a lot of it has to do with the effect of this moon. Carly, thank you for joining us. Join us again. I'm going to get ready to say goodnight as well. I've kept y'all guys on here for about an hour. Just, you know, every now and then I like to jump on here, let you know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for helping me grow the channel. You're the reasons I stick with this. And I appreciate all your support. I enjoy the videos. I don't enjoy the uploading and tagging and all that part of it. But I do enjoy doing them for you. So, it's great seeing all of you. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank all of you. Y'all all have a wonderful night. And we will do this again soon. I enjoy our little outings like this. Like Pam says, we have become one big YouTube family over here. And I enjoy when we do this. I just think the room just fills up with positive energy. And like I said, I'm going to give a final shout out with that healing energy going out to Nikki B, who had surgery today. And we're waiting to hear from. So, y'all have a great night. And I will see all of you soon. Bye.